Thanks for joining me today at Slot Valley Racing. For those that don't know, my name is Dan.
10, 9, ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's showtime.
In my last video, we took a look at running the HO cars on an HO track that have a digital chip. Now, in the last one, I had just jumped the Carrera power pack to the HO track to get the chipped cars to work. That was easy. So what I've done today was, for all my members who got to watch the build, as you can see, we now have a fully digital HO track with the eyes for the app scoring on the TV, of course. And now that we have full control over the HO track with the Carrera power pad, we absolutely have control over absolutely everything that a Carrera power pad has to offer. You say HO cars go too fast? All right then, I can understand that. So then we'll hit this button here. You can see right now we're at full power, full speed for this car. Okay, so of course this car will take off like a rocket if I wanted to change it. All right, so now the car's gonna drive slow. Want to go faster? All right. There we go. Enter. You can see we're ready to go. Speed is set on the car. Okay? You want your braking? You want that car to come to a stop a lot faster? Well, that's this button here. Right now, it's at maximum braking. That would be very little braking. So for HO, very little braking is probably king. So we'll set that. There you go. All right? We want to eventually use the fuel. So with that, we'll just turn the fuel switch on. Right now it's on off because we're not using it. But one day that will have a purpose. Okay? Of course, we have the power switch on and off. And here we have the code button. The code button is so that I can set the cars on the track. Okay? So that's how the digital power pad works. I know people were probably wondering how I was going to work this out. And I want to thank Alex Duncan from Axlebox. He's the owner of Axlebox. He's the one that was sort of in my ear about this the whole time. I've been putting a lot of things past him, and he's been an absolute fan of the idea, and he helped me out quite a bit. So here we are. Okay, so you can see now. So what I'm going to do now is I'll switch to a different camera because unfortunately I need this phone so that I could show you guys the timing system that these digital HO cars will now have. Here we go. Let's do this. So what I'm doing here is explaining a little bit about the Carrera app. I'm using an app right now called Smart Race. It's an aftermarket app made for the Carrera system that we find works a little better than the Carrera app itself. So I wanted to show everybody what's going on here. So what I'm doing right now currently is I've obviously set to have a race go. This is just a timing setup, so you can see the car is now putting time on the screen, and it's working like it should if it were a Carrera digital car or any other large-scale car that's been digitally chipped. So essentially what you're looking at here, folks, is the very first digital car, HO scale, running on the very first dedicated HO track, completely dedicated to running HO digital. Now, with the HO digital, using the Carrera Power Pack, what I'm able to do is I'm able to control the speed, as you guys seen. I'm able to control the braking of the cars. At some point, there will be gas ups, and I will have the lane changers. My digital team is working on that currently. So it's coming along quite nicely, as you can see, and I'm really excited about this. Whether it becomes big or not, it's still pretty cool, and at least you could say this is no HO slot car auction.